Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Here comes today's live stream. Chinese people, Jane, I'm so glad to meet you here. This afternoon, I'd like to focus on sharing a very important interview. Of Xuemo. It's the interview between Xuemo and the TED Oxec. Yeah. So let's focus on studying this interview. Xuemo Illuminating the Darkness, a conversation with Ted Oxick. Yeah. I had the great privilege of sitting down with Xuemo at this year's London Book Fair. Xuemo, formerly known as Chen Kaihong, was born in Liangzhou, Gansu Province. Among other possessions, Xuemo is a cultural scholar, China's national first-class writer, and vice president of Gansu Writers Association. In addition, Xuemo is the winner of a 2026 New York City Book Award and winner of a 2025 Independent Press Award. Xuemo's best-known work is his Desert Trilogy. He dedicated 12 years to writing Desert Rise, the first novel in the series. It depicts the life of a typical rural family in China's western province during the second half of the 20th century. After it was published in 2000, Xuemo became famous overnight, following the critical and commercial success of Desert Rise. Xuemo wrote Desert Hunters, a multi-character fable set around a watering hole known as the Piggy's Battle Well. The novel examines the conflicts between humans and nature in their struggle for survival. The final novel in the trilogy, White Tiger Pass, explores the cultural philosophy explores the cultural psychology of people living in Western China and focused around the lives of three women. Everyone, you're welcome. Thanks for being here. I'm sharing a very interesting interview of Xuemo. Yeah, this people in the message, you can see it. It's in the front of the screen. And in this interview is introduced the very important work Desert Rise. Yeah, and you can learn the main point of this amazing writer. All his works aim to illuminate us. So thanks for being here. This is Jen, Chinese people. I hope you can learn something from this live stream. Thanks for being here. Yeah. And you can leave any messages when I'm sharing. And I hope you can follow me, subscribe this channel. Best wishes. Time here is about 4 o'clock p.m. I wish you happy. Now, let's focus on learning the very important interview of Xuemo, the amazing wisdom kindness author. Xuemo Illuminating the Darkness, a conversation with Ted Oxack. I had the great privilege of sitting down with Xuemo at this year's London Book Fair. Xuemo, formerly known as Chen Kaihong, was born in Liangzhou, Gansu Province. Among other possessions, Xuemo is a cultural scholar, China's national first-class writer, and vice president of Gansu Writers Association. In addition, Xuemo is the winner of a 2024 New York Book Award and winner of a 2024 Independent Press Award. Xuemo's best-known work is his Desert Trilogy. He dedicated 12 years to writing Desert Rise. Yeah, this book is in front of the screen. You can see it. Desert Rise. This wonderful novel is so popular among Americans, Europe. Foreigners would like to read this book because it's his first famous work, And more is that he dedicated 12 years to writing Desert Rights. It's not only this single novel, it's this period he focused on changing himself. He focused on complete himself. It's kind of after his amazing practice is we can call it a race race reset maybe. Then he became a fulfilled person. So through this amazing novel Desert Rise, will not only know the real life of the China's Western present daily life, you can learn how they live and the suffering they um, facing the difficulties and the surgeries, they even with the amazing dignity. So, with reading this book, you will shocked a lot by the spirit of a human being, and also you will be inspired by this kind of spirit. More is that you will learn something from this wonderful novel. Not only know the real life of Western Chinese peasant, it's kind of a recording of a generation. Yeah, more is that you will learn and observe amazing spirituality from this novel. Okay, now let's continue. Is this back to the life of a typical rural family in China's western province during the second half of the 20th century. After it was published in 2000, Xuemo became famous overnight, following the critical and commercial success of Desert Rights. Xuemo wrote Desert Hunters, a multi-character fable set around a water hole known as the Pig's Belly Well. The novel examines the conflict between humans and nature in their struggles for survival. The final novel in the trilogy, White Tiger Pass, explores the cultural psychology of people living in Western China and focuses around the lives of three women, Lan Lan, Ying'er, and Yuer, characters also encountered in his short story collection, Selected Story by Xuemo. Yeah, and if you want to know the amazing real Chinese Westerns life, you can start from this work. Work. Yeah, it's very amazing. Yes, selected story by Xuemo. All his works aim to illuminate us because all his works contain the amazing traditional culture, the very precious Chinese traditional culture. That's a precious wisdom culture can give us the amazing energy, and can illuminate us. So, if you want to know more about these works, you can check it on Amazon. Now, I would like to focus on continue introducing the important interview. His works are mainly characterized by the culture of Western China and contain the essence of Oriental civilization. He's now focused on the theme of one's ultimate transcendence. Yeah. He's now focused on the theme of one's ultimate transcendence. And I would like to say, actually, all his works give us a very clear way to, finish our ultimate transcendence. In our conversation, Xuemo emphasized that the power of love and wisdom can transform the world. Our conversation, through his translator, unveiled that readers seek happiness and respect through literature, and that more published works can lead to a more balanced world. Xuemo feels that writing can illuminate societal yeah, societal darkness, and that cultural reflections are essential for understanding global issues. Despite widespread violence, hope persists in knowledge. In the end, the continued importance of writing, sharing message, and engaging in conversations can inspire collective action. Here is a clip from our conversation. Ted Okzak said, could you elaborate on your philosophy regarding the relationship between woman and nature? What are the major effects on the world? Xuemo said, the world is engulfed in violence and conflict. Humanity requires a culture and spirit that transcends more desire and materialism. Yeah, materialism. Transcend more desires and materialism. We need a nurturing spirit akin to that of a mother. Yet women often find themselves without voice in these matters. The power of discourse in our world predominantly resides with men, who tend to favor violence, authority, and success. Consequently, the prevalence of violence and war persists. Through my artistic through my artistic endeavors, I aspire to awaken the feminine power within individuals, since a mother would never send her child into battle. Conversely, it's often men who take their son to war. Thus, when the essence of maternal love becomes the prevailing force in society, the light of peace will descend upon the earth. This motivation drives me to write about feminine power to ignite love within every heart. Yeah, to ignite love within every heart. When love and wisdom become dominant forces globally, humanity will experience tranquility and happiness. Therefore, much of my writing centers on themes of love and wisdom. My readers are those who don't endorse violence, but instead embody compassion and insight. It is my hope that both my readers and the broader world embrace those values. This aspiration was one reason why I go outside of China. Xuemo emphasized that there is so much violence in the world, and his message of love and wisdom is an important one. Xuemo said, when human beings are valued by the world will follow it. Although my works are not numerous, they are like a pile of fire in the darkness. When more books are published, we are balanced and the world will become more balanced. Teddy Oxack said, I think that's important. Just like the 20th century writer Jack London in The Call of the Wild tells man against nature. So how we think about that in American terms, his influences in his book and how he thinks, how he reveals the relationship between woman and nature and bring that out in the article. Cultural reflections and global perspective. Ted Alkazak said, does he think humans can receive the light of love and wisdom? Shoma said, although most of my publications are fiction, it can light a candle like a starlight. It can light the darkness in the world. So does Xuemo feel through his writings that he can show the light and the power of love and wisdom, and he wished to enlighten people? Why would Cutthroat see the wisdom in that? Why would people choose love and wisdom when there is so much glorification of violence and conflict and is promoted by leaders in the Western world? How is his message of love and wisdom going to influence that darkness? Xuemo said, China has excellent culture that has never been able to come out. China's excellent culture has no voice in the world. This kind of discourse power is controlled by the West, but it's like a lighthouse in the dark sea. It can't dispel the darkness, but it can bring hope. Hope amidst darkness. Hope amidst the darkness. Ted Oligzak said, is he fearful of how the current violence is taking over the country? Is he fear of how the current violence is taking over the country? Does he feel that there is hope that people will receive this message? And does he see an event that could change this? Shum said, I can't change the world, but I can change my readers, since the way we perceive the world through our minds shape the reality within our mind. When our perspective shifts, the world transforms accordingly. When more of my readers change their minds, their world changes. If everyone becomes a reader and changes their mindset, the world will transform. Teddy Olegzak said, knowledge is power. Shoma said, I will definitely continue to write. And definitely you can influence all the people in your group. Just one night, one candle lighting one candle, light another candle, and we can light the world around us. The world is very dark, but our world is full of light. Yeah, let's light candle together. It's very important. Okay, I'd like to share this topic. What shapes person's destiny is ultimately the choice they make, the actions they take, and the consequences that follow those actions. Whether those consequences are good. Good afternoon, Daniel. Um, Hi, you're so welcome. There are so many Daniels. I'm not sure which one you are. Yeah. Anyway, you're so welcome. Thanks for being here. I'm sharing and yes, studying English now. The topic about changing the destiny. Oh, you're the real Daniel. That's great. Oh, the old friend Daniel. I'm sorry, I'm confused, but I remember this picture. Yeah, these pictures, Daniel. You're so welcome. Oh yeah, old friend Daniel. So good afternoon. The time in your country maybe is only about 2 or 3 o'clock. Maybe 2 o'clock, 2:30 p.m. Okay. Now I would like to reading this. topic for you. The most important thing I'm studying. Yeah, I just wonder why I keep learning. I yeah remember so many new words, but I still can't express myself very deeply profound thoughts. Yeah, without reading yeah from the word books. Yeah, I do want to express without any help, but sometimes I just stuck. Um, because I didn't get the logic of speaking English, maybe it's not only depends on how many words you remember. Actually, when I'm sharing this deep topics, it's kind of literary, yeah, it's kind of literature expression. So not only they contain the very difficult words, they also are very long sentences, and the construct of the sentences are so complex to me. That's the reason maybe I can't yeah express or yeah and sharing without reading without based on the yeah based on the books or the paper I printed down. Actually, I remember the new words when I'm reading. For example, now I'm reading this printed the topic. When I met the unfamiliar words, I just yeah remark like this. Uh, but I can read it by this kind of paper printed or reading books. I can't express yeah if I not using this. I'm sometimes I think if I remember them, if I yeah kind of remember these kind of topics, it would be better. But it will cost me so much time to remember those stuff. So, do you have any good advice? I do want to know how can I yeah um, express those profound thoughts without reading, yeah, without this kind of guidance. All of those naturally come out from my brain, in my own brain. I do want to know how. I do wondering, and I think about this problem recently. Because, for example, if I want to share this work, if all by my own words, it's kind of shallow. Yeah, it's several sentences I will finish to introduce this work. I know this book deeply. I already finished it all by myself. Even though it's not the English edition, it's the Chinese edition. But I don't know how to introduce it. And if we talk about some deep topics, for example, how to change our destiny, I don't know how to answer this. I yeah, maybe I can answer with very simple words and short sentences. But since we want to, kind of close to the literary expression way, it needs some wonderful skills to yeah describe or yeah. So I don't know how to do like the way they are sharing here. There's very long sentences and with the beauty describe. Yeah. So recently I'm sharing this one, Xuemo illuminating the darkness, and you can see there are so many words. I just yeah made the notes here. I still don't know how to yeah share it as the way they describe here, but I think it's necessary because in that way maybe it will make them in the introduction more wonderful or more attractive. Yeah, they have the special depicts skills. Yes, skills. You see, but I can't do this like this. Oh, Daniel, you left the Chinese words. Actually, I do want to say the English original sentences. But I can understand the meaning. You told me that to remember 30 new words every day. Yeah, I exactly remember. There are the pronunciation, the meaning, and keep on learning. Yeah, 30 words each day. Okay, reading the English newspaper. Yeah, that's special. I mean, this kind of newspaper too. Yeah, newspaper they have the very professional skills. Yeah, the way they express the main point is totally different about our daily talking. Yeah. Oh, thanks for your yeah teaching me, I am a little hurry. I'm a little hurry. Yeah. We need time. Slow down. Yeah, you know me. I just want to get to another level directly. Yeah. I want to get the skill, the corner of how to, express just like the way from this kind of interview. But it's not, it's can't control. Yeah, we have to learn English step by step. That's need time. Yeah, thanks for your conversation. Thanks for your 安慰. How to say? 谢谢你的安慰和鼓励，翻译成英文。Comfort. Yeah, thanks for your comfort and encouragement. Yeah, comfort. Thanks for comforting me and cheering me up. Cheering me up. Yeah, thanks for comforting me and cheering me up. Cheering me up. Yeah, that's true because the basic of the words is not very well, and I even don't know so many phrases. The exact way foreigner use the short faces to express themselves. 不仅是单词的基础有点薄弱，而且不太知道特别多的美国人、外国人的表达的一些短语，常用的短语，翻译成英文。You see, if I want to express that, I only know few words, and the basic of the knowing of words is shallow, is poor. Yeah, that's the way I will express myself. But I just ask the help from AI, and he gives me the answer like this. Not only is my vocabulary foundation a bit weak, you see, it's totally different. My preferred way to express myself is so simple and shallow, but the way that the AI helped me to express myself is more professional and kind of, literary. So that's the difference. Not only is my vocabulary foundation a bit weak, vocabulary foundation, yeah, vocabulary foundation weak, poor basic vocabulary. Yeah, you can say vocabulary first. I can't use these words uh, fluently or easily. That's the problem. So you're right. I should remember 30 new words each day, and maybe remember several phrases each day, and until I yeah, have enough collection of the foundation knowledge of the vocabulary and the phrase, then I can, yeah, know the better the higher level English expression. But I also find there is another problem. Sometimes when I met the very long sentences, yeah, it's special difficult construct. 非常非常长的英文句子的表达表述，它们的结构也是很复杂的。面对这些问题，其实我觉得也是一个短板和漏洞。翻译成英文。Yeah, those super long English sentences are really structurally complicated too. Yeah, structurally complex. Structure, yeah. Intricate structures. Yeah, structure. Intricate structures. Complex, really structurally complicated too, and I feel that's a weak spot and gap for me. Those super long English sentences are really structurally complicated too. Yeah, the very difficult structurally complicated too. 把刚刚翻译的那些句子中的稍微难一点单词都帮我标记出来，音标和释义。Yeah, everyone, my family, they're wonderful. Yeah, and my daughter too. I will say my daughter again. Yeah, next month. Yeah, and he will spend his holiday uh, here too. And yeah, it's soon. I just come back only 1 month, and I will come. Yeah, I'm back to Xuemo Academy only 1 month, and I will, yeah, go home after 1 month. I take another vacation. I brought some cherries. Yeah, it's kind of a special fruit in our uh, own city. Some places can't eat the same fruits. The cherries only can grow in my hometown. It's not available here. Yeah, the Western China is kind of a so drought and desert. In yeah, in that desert. Say environment. Yeah, environment, desert environment. Oh, don't worry. It's your thought. It's not her thought. Actually, she do like the way I won't control her at home, you know. Sometimes people need some space, and everyone is wonderful. Yeah, and we connect each other each day. Actually, after finishing the live stream, we're gonna reading together online. Yeah, we're reading the stories. It's a kind of animal series stories of Xuemo. Yeah, she loves so many Xuemo's works. Wonderful, but at her age, reading this kind of animal series stories, so yeah, um, how to say this? 他现在这个年龄读动物系列的小说是非常合适的。Yeah, it's very suitable for my daughter to read animal themes novels at her current age. Yeah, at her current age. Animal themed. Yeah, suitable. Animal themed. Animal themed. That's great. Thanks for your helping this afternoon. For me, it's really helpful. I do need this kind of advice. Help me to focus on learning English. Yeah, improve the basic skills and the basic collection, especially the vocabulary and the basic phrases. That's too necessary. Jason, thanks for your being here. Thanks for your staying with us. You're so welcome. This is Jen, Chinese people. If you like reading, if you yeah want to learn something, you can subscribe this channel. And we're gonna meet each other again tomorrow during this time. So yeah, it's time to say goodbye. Um, so glad to meet you here. See you tomorrow. Best wishes. Okay. Bye bye. Best wishes. Bye bye.